What if our love and faith were invincible even against violence and injustice? This is the question I'm asking myself after reading Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. So Half of a Yellow Sun is a novel set in Nigeria in the late 1960s during the Nigerian Civil War, otherwise known as the Biafran War. The story centralizes on the interpersonal relations of our main characters, Ugwu, Olana, Odenigbo, Kainin, and Richard, all of whom are so vividly brought to life through Adichie's rich and evocative writing. But in the backdrop of the Biafran War, our characters are not only burdened by their own betrayals, but by worldly injustices that are much bigger than them. Adichie masterfully captures what love and loyalty truly mean in an imperfect post-colonial world plagued with political corruption, expansionist agendas, racialization, and war and genocide. And I really admired her diligence in highlighting these issues that still clearly affect the world today. And as I read about the inefficient distribution of aid and the disconnect of Western journalists, it made me reflect on our current climate. How little victims of global injustice have actually been properly helped and represented. How little we see and understand as global bystanders. And while I do think our access to information has gotten better because of social media, there will always be a perspective gap. We'll never be able to fully capture the tragedy and depth of these issues as bystanders. And after reading about the grief and despair that Biafrans endured, I realized that love and loyalty live in our characters' decision to forgive, to persevere and stand in the face of merciless tragedies, even amongst those that once betrayed them. Adichie shows that love isn't supposed to be easy, and when the world is collapsing, it's the only thing that keeps them moving. It's the only thing that gives them hope. And by the end of the novel, we learn that even if the world hollows their homes, burns their books, and lays claim to the lives of their relatives and children, their love and faith still stand. And that's something the world will never forget, because those stories will outlive them, written, vocalized, and preserved by those that lived and experienced those injustices, surviving to tell their story. And that perspective, that testament of truth, is something no colonizer will ever be able to capture.